Welcome back. It's Kovacs Report. We've got some sad news today. Yes, you may have already seen Jim Shooter, former editor-in-chief at Marvel for many, many years, has died. He's passed away at age 73. So I thought I'd put a little video together just to celebrate and pay tribute, really. So before that happens, like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But let's dive straight in. So welcome to this special tribute to Jim Shooter, a legendary figure in the comic book industry who passed away on July the 1st, 2025 at the age of 73 after a courageous battle with esophageal cancer. As Marvel editor-in-chief from 1978 to 1987, Shooter transformed the comic book landscape with his bold vision, strict editorial standards, and unwavering commitment to storytelling. Today, we celebrate his incredible legacy from his teenage beginnings at DC Comics to his revolutionary work at Marvel and beyond. So let's dive into the life and see just who Jim Shooter was. Now, Jim's story starts in 1951. And it's a story of extraordinary talent. He broke into the comic book industry at just 14 years old, writing for DC's Legion of Superheroes in Adventure Comics. Inspired by Marvel's dynamic storytelling during a hospital stay, Shooter sent hand-drawn scripts on notebook paper to editor Mort Weisinger, who was so impressed he hired him without realising his age. When Weisinger learned Shooter was a teenager, he famously asked to speak to his mother, but kept him on board. Shooter's early work introduced characters like the Parasite to the Superman universe and brought Marvel-inspired energy to DC's pages, proving that even a young voice could change the industry. By his late teens, Shooter was a regular writer at DC, but after graduating high school, he briefly stepped away from comics to attend New York University. But the lure of comics brought him back, and in 1976 he joined Marvel as an assistant editor and writer, setting the stage for his historic tenure as editor-in-chief. In 1978, at just 27 years old, Jim Shooter became Marvel's editor-in-chief, stepping into a company struggling with editorial chaos. Marvel had cycled through multiple editors-in-chief after Stan Lee, and Shooter's arrival marked a turning point. His strict focus on deadlines, storytelling clarity, and professionalism transformed Marvel into a creative and commercial powerhouse. Under his leadership, Marvel produced iconic runs like Chris Claremont's X-Men, Frank Miller's Daredevil, and Walt Simonson's Thor. Shooter championed creator rights, introducing royalties and character participation deals, a rarity at the time. He also oversaw groundbreaking stories, including Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, the first major crossover event in comics, which he wrote himself. This 1984 maxi series introduced a symbiote that became Venom and set the standard for modern comic book events. His work on the Kovacs saga in Avengers and the Dark Phoenix saga further cemented his influence, blending high stakes with emotional depth. Though controversial for his strict editorial control, some creators felt he stifled their freedom. Shooter's approach ensured consistency and quality. As artist Bill Seiswick noted, he went to bat for freelancers in a way you don't see many people in editorial roles do today. His vision helped Marvel survive the 1980s and laid the foundation for its dominance today. After leaving Marvel in 1987, Shooter's ambition didn't stop. In 1989, he co-founded Voyager Communications, launching Valiant Comics. There he revitalised characters like Solar, Man of the Atom, and Magnus Robot Fighter, and introduced new titles based on Nintendo and WWF properties. Valiant became a major player in the 1990s, challenging Marvel and DC with fresh storytelling. Though his later year ventures, Defiant Comics and Broadway Comics, were short-lived, Shooter's entrepreneurial spirit never waned. In later years, he returned to Legion of Superheroes at DC and worked with Dark Horse on new versions of his Valiant creations. Shooter remained a beloved figure at conventions, sharing stories from his career and inspiring fans and creators alike. His blog, jimshooter.com, offered a treasure trove of behind-the-scenes insights into his time at Marvel and beyond. So, Jim Shooter was a polarising figure, admired for his genius, criticised for his demanding style. As writer Danny Fingeroff said, without him and Frank Miller, Marvel might not have survived into the 1980s. His insistence on story-driven comics, respect for readers, and professional standards reshaped the industry. Yet, his strict policies, like forbidding gay characters at Marvel, sparked controversy. Shooter's legacy is complex, but as Mark Waid reflected, his storytelling choices and stylistic influences are in nearly all my work. From a 14-year-old prodigy to a titan of comics, Shooter's impact spans Superman, Secret Wars, the Transformers, and countless other stories that continue to inspire. His passing marks the end of an era, but his work lives on in every Marvel comic and crossover event. Jim Shooter's life reminds all of us that bold ideas can come from anywhere, even a teenager with a pencil and a dream. His dedication to storytelling and creators' rights changed comics forever, and his influence will echo for the generations. And that was Jim Shooter. I'm sure lots of people have lots of great stories and I've been reading some across the internet. My good friend Ian Churchill knew him as well. So it is very sad when someone dies, especially someone so important to this hobby that we love. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Please do let me know yours, and hopefully we will catch you in the next video.